Hey, welcome to the Dre Way. I am so glad you're here. I have a lot to rant about today. I think I'm just going to be a chatterbox, just blah, 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 blah. It's that kind of mood. But don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We got a great show for you today. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do. I'm trying to get to 100,000. I need your help. But we got a great show today. Let's get started. Let's go. Hey, welcome to the Dre Way. Man, I got to get this off my chest because this is driving me crazy. I went to get Chinese food yesterday, and it's just starting to become too much. I go to get the Chinese food. Now, you got to remember, it's a takeout order. I just walked in. I said, hey, I need a Warsu guy. I need some pork fried rice, and I need a wonton and 4 spring rolls. And that was it. I said, that's it. I'm good. And of course, when the register thing came up, it said, do I want to tip 15%, 25%, or 33%? And I think I blew a gasket, because everywhere I go, every place I go, it's either, do you want to round up and donate money to some place, or do you want to tip? And it's on everything. And it's driving, is it driving you insane? Because it's driving me insane. I go to a sandwich shop a couple of days ago, and it was the same thing. Do you want to tip 15, 25, 33%? It was at the pizza place. It's everywhere. Everywhere I go, people want me to tip. And yesterday was the end all be all. Yesterday was the end all be all when it was about, here I am online. I'm online ordering stuff. And when I go to pay, it asked if I wanted to tip. I don't even know who I would be tipping. Who would be getting this money? And that's the thing I have to ask every single time. Where is this tip money going? Who actually gets the tip money? Because the person that does the work seems to not always be getting the tip. But when did it become mandatory that everyone is asking for tips? I mean, it seems like I can't go anywhere where someone isn't asking to be tipped. And I don't know, has it gotten to be too much for you? I mean, I never thought I would complain about tipping, but tipping used to be for a very specific reason. And it used to be for, when you were at a restaurant, you have a waitress who is serving you food, who's making sure your drinks are full, that are making sure you have everything that you want. I understand that concept of tipping the waitress. I'm not above, I understand it. But everything, every place, everywhere. If I go to get a tea, I got to tip them for making me a tea. I mean, I haven't been to a McDonald's in years, but is McDonald's asking for tips now? And who would the tips go to? Because it seems like everywhere. I went to a dry cleaners. I had to I had to get my bedspread. I have a king size, down comforter that I wanted to get cleaned. As God is my witness, I go and first of all, it's really expensive to clean. You take a down comforter to a dry cleaners, it's no joke. I mean, it's $69. I mean, you can buy a new one for, a little bit more than that. But I mean, just to clean the damn thing is $69. But at the end of the thing, when I ran my card, it asked if I wanted to tip. And I'm like, what? What? What are we doing? What is going on? Why is everyone asking for a tip? So I think it was just a matter of the straw breaking the camel's back, because I I don't mean to go on a rant like this, but I tell me in the comments, have you seen this online tipping thing? I mean, now they're asking to tip online. Where is that money going? I mean, first of all, if you're going to ask for a tip from now on, can we make a rule? If you're going to ask for a tip, let us know where the tip is going, because I don't want a tip and the tip goes to the owner or the tip goes to a manager that's not even, if you're the one providing the service, can I at least know that you're going to be the one getting the tip? Can I at least know that? I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like I'm ranting because I am, because I just think the whole tipping thing in America has gone crazy. Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Dreyway. We have so much more to talk about. Stay right there. Trump comes into office in 8 days, and that's going to completely change this country because he is going to do a lot of bad things. And that's because his policies are reckless, and his policies are inflationary. So my advice to you is, because everyone is asking me, what are you investing in? What stocks have you done? Which I've sold a lot of my stocks a couple of months ago. I think I told you about that. I particularly sold my oil stocks, and I'm glad I did. But I've been buying gold. I've been buying gold since it was sitting at 1940 at the beginning of last year. But gold is the place to be. Gold continues to go up. Right now, gold is sitting somewhere between 27 and 2,800. I think it's a buy that it's below 3,000. How much longer is it going to be below 3,000? Not much longer. When Trump gets into office, Trump is going to cause gold prices to go considerably higher, because his policies are inflationary. And Donald Trump isn't going to cut expenses. Donald Trump isn't going to make things less expensive. None of this is going to happen. Donald Trump is going to cut taxes for rich people, and that means less money coming into the U.S. government. And less money means a higher deficit. So we're going to have even bigger deficits, which is extremely inflationary. So you can stop asking me. I think the silver and gold is the place to be right now. I think if you're going to invest in silver and gold, because those are the investments that are going to be very, very interesting over the next few years, with inflation being so high. And I say so high, even though right now it's not. But tariffs? I mean, this is what the guy's talking about, and if he starts implementing those tariffs, that's just extremely inflationary. Cutting taxes, extremely inflationary. And spending, do you think Donald Trump is going to cut spending? No, that's not what he did last time. That's not what he's going to do this time. He's going to put us in even bigger deficits. Last time he was president, $8 trillion. $8 trillion added to the deficit. Well, thank you, Donald. Thank you, Donald. Thank you very much. Thanks for adding $8 trillion to our deficit. Now, how much do you think he's going to add this time? Because I don't see how he adds any less. I mean, do you think he's going to do a better job this time? No. So you're looking at least another $8 trillion. Think about that. Think about our deficit going from $36 trillion to, when he leaves office, at $44 or $45 trillion. Yeah. Tell me how that is not extremely inflationary. So what is my advice right now? My advice is to own gold and silver. That's my advice. Because gold and silver will go up, because the paper we print, the paper we continue to print, is going to become less and less valuable. Let me know what you think in the comments. I wish I had a better outcome for you guys, but I'm just saying, if you want to hedge against inflation, because Donald Trump is going to be inflationary, make no mistake about it. He doesn't have any answers for lower prices. And all you have to do is watch the 10-year Treasury. And what is the 10-year Treasury doing as Donald Trump is about to come in office? It keeps going higher. That means higher interest rates. It means more inflation, especially with the tariffs. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay right there. I got a final thought. You know what else is, since we've been talking about inflation, you know what else is really, really inflationary? Deporting people. Deporting people that have been working here for years, that have been supplying labor at a very low cost. But if Donald Trump follows through on what he says he's going to do, and he's going to start deporting our inexpensive labor, what do you put in its place besides more expensive labor? You got rid of the inexpensive labor. You're going to send them away. Some of them have been here 10 and 20 years, and you're going to send them someplace. I don't know how this is all going to work. I don't think anybody does. But just so you know, the act of doing this, the act of actually taking people and ripping them out of the economy and sending them someplace else means they have to be replaced. And to replace them is going to be a lot more expensive. So once again, that policy is inflationary. In the last segment, we talked about tariffs being inflationary. Well, can you imagine how getting rid of tens of thousands of workers that are working in restaurants and farms and critical to our food structure? Yeah, they're gone. Donald Trump's going to remove them. Who takes their place? And at what cost? Because if it costs more, what do you think? What happens to the supply? What happens to the cost down the supply line? If your initial costs are higher, guess what the final price ends up being? Yeah, it ends up being a lot higher. So tell me how that makes any sense. It doesn't. Look, if some of you are worried about Donald Trump becoming president in the next 8 days, there's nothing we can do about it except watch what happens. And believe me when I tell you, I'm going to be right here keeping score, because as Donald Trump comes in, this is a good economy. This is a damn good economy. I mean, a real good economy. Our economy right now in the world is number one. Yeah, we have the greatest economy in the world right now. We are number one. Our GDP, our job growth, yeah, second to none. But now Donald Trump is coming into office. And I can promise you, Donald Trump is going to do a completely different circumstance and job than what Joe Biden has done. Joe Biden wasn't perfect enough for you. I get it. Joe Biden wasn't this. Joe Biden wasn't that. But Joe Biden got the job done. If you don't think he got the job done, Google it. Google the accomplishments of Joe Biden and look at bill after bill after bill after bill that he got passed and through. The legislation he got done. The infrastructure bill. The reason that a lot of things are being built right now is because of him, like it or not. And I know you like to say, oh, well, what did Joe Biden do? Look it up. Google it. It's free. Google is free. Don't be dumb. You know, I know some of you are just, Joe Biden's old. Joe Biden didn't do this. Joe Biden didn't do that. You're going to realize what Joe Biden did here in a few months, because the chaos and the kookery, the nut job that is going to come into the White House now, and the complete chaos that's about to go on for the next few years, you're going to beg Joe Biden was still here. You're going to beg Joe Biden. Because I know you think Joe Biden fixed everything in 4 years. No, there's still things that need to be done. But now you put Trump back in. And Trump is going to dismantle things very quickly. And you're going to see how much damage that does to the economy very quickly. And guess who's going to be right here telling you about it every single day? Yeah, me. Once again, thanks for joining me on the Dre Way. Don't forget, there's a new Dre Way each and every day. Please subscribe. Subscribing is free. I'm going to be here on YouTube all the time. In fact, I'm probably going to be going live a lot of times on YouTube. It looks like TikTok may go away in a few days. So if it does, I'll be right here all the time. Please subscribe to the channel. There's a new Dre Way each and every day. Have a wonderful day today. I'll see you again tomorrow.